and what's up, beautiful people? This is your tooth doctor, Maureen Mara here. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. All we do here is talk and learn matters oral health, and it's simply because I believe everybody is entitled to good oral health status. And guys, today's video is a continuation of the series that we started in our previous video, where we are focusing on oral habits and their significant effects they have on our teeth. So in my last video, we did get to look on nail biting, and we checked on its effect that it does to our teeth, and the tooth doctor gave you some few tips on how you can manage that. So guys, today's oral habit that we are going to focus on is thumb or finger sucking. This is the most recognized oral habit that negatively affects the growth of the jaw and the teeth as well, because it usually incites the teeth, the lips, and the mouth to take on the shape of the object. And by object, I mean the finger or the thumb. But then guys, before I get onto that, I want to state that sucking, especially in newborns, is a natural reflex that helps them to feed well. It gives them that valuable nourishment and a great deal of pleasure and warmth. Only that this reflex can develop into a habit when the child or the young one uses it to comfort themselves when they are feeling restless, when they are feeling hungry, when they are feeling afraid, or when they are feeling sleepy. That means, in most cases, thumb or finger sucking habit usually becomes a concern when the permanent teeth comes into place. The effect that has on one's health is it will affect the roof of the mouth, which is the palate, this part right here, how the teeth are aligned, and this one majorly is coming up into place depending on how long, how often, and the intensity of the sucking. That being put into consideration, guys, here are some of the effects, or rather the long-term effects that the prolonged habit of thumb or finger sucking can cause. Number one, we have overbite, whereby the front teeth becomes protruded from the mouth and the jaw as well. We also have an open bite, where the top and the bottom teeth don't close when the child is closing their mouth. Also, we have some sensitivity on the roof of the mouth. Dear parents, it was so cute back then when the newborn was sucking their fingers and their thumb. Now they're older, and this habit is becoming more of a concern, and getting them to stop is difficult, or in other words, it's never going to happen easily as we all think. So if you are in that kind of a situation, what do you do now? As always, the tooth doctor has some tips for you in most of the oral health scenarios. And in today's topic, which is thumb or finger sucking, I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can help your child to overcome this habit. And I happen to classify them into two. So we have the preventive therapy and the appliance therapy. When on the preventive therapy part, here I want to urge parents kindly. Getting your child not to finger or thumb suck is incredibly difficult, even to the child, him or herself. So my key point number one I'm going to urge you is that do not stress, because getting to stress the child to stop this habit, you are even making it more difficult for the child themselves to overcome this habit. And that forms my key point number one. Do not stress. Our tip number two, guys, is talk to the child about thumb sucking. Trust me, you are likely to be successful in preventing or in helping this child not to practice the thumb or the finger sucking habits. Number three, if you notice your child is trying the best they can to improve the habit, kindly try and put the positive reinforcements into place. What you can do here is like talk positively to your child about it, congratulate them, like you can give them small rewards as well. This is going to encourage them to work extra harder towards overcoming the finger sucking habit. Also, what you can do is identifying the trigger as a parent and work towards it. What I mean here is, as a parent, you can try and be keen on those moments that your child is more likely to suck their fingers. Remember, we said the baby can be sucking their fingers, probably they are stressed. If you notice this child is stressed, what you can do as a parent is find what is stressing this child and comfort them by giving them a hug or telling them positive words. If the child is sucking their finger because they are bored, you can replace that with a fun activity. This can help them withdraw themselves from that actual habit of sucking their thumb. Guys, najua pia there is this point or this strategy that mnataka kusikia sana, which is applying the bitter polish. So most of you have this idea of applying those bitter stuffs on the child finger such that they don't get to suck their fingers. Ideally, experts don't encourage that because it is not the best way to break this habit. However, what I'll say is that for those children who are really determined to overcome this habit, one taste of this bitter stuff can make them go to the right track. Lastly, on the preventive therapy part, if you are very concerned about the effects of the thumb or the finger sucking habits, then feel free to visit your dentist. Here, an assessment is going to be done on the child. Some dentists might recommend a chart showing the child on the importance of not practicing the thumb or the finger sucking habit, and this might be much way better than a normal talk at home with the parents. And guys, in case hizo zote zikatae, now have to move to the appliance therapy. Here, some of the things that can be considered include some orthodontic devices. These ones are usually provided at your dentist office, and we normally have them into two: removable orthodontic devices or non-removable orthodontic devices. And when you get to visit your dentist, again, they do assess the child. So your dentist or your pediatric dentist will help you determine which device is better and suitable for the child. We also have thumb shields, which comes in form of fabric or soft plastic guards, which your child gets to put in the finger when they're likely to thumb or finger suck. This is also likely to help as well. That being said, guys, what I will want to advise is that for older children, it is very important to get to involve them in choosing either the preventive therapy or the appliance therapy devices, because they are older, and once you get to involve them, their decision might prompt them to get to withdraw from the habit itself. If anything, research has shown that most children do stop sucking their fingers at around age 5 or as soon as the child starts going to school. So there is something positive at the end of the day. All we need to do is put the right measures and practices into place, and the outcome is going to be positive. Also, another very important thing I will want to put across is that finger or thumb sucking is like not a must that when the child is finger or thumb sucking is likely going to have effects on their teeth. Kwa mfano, if the child is putting the thumb or the finger in the mouth without any motion, then most likely there is no effects that are going to be felt. However, if there is that active motion of the finger or the thumb in the mouth, this is now what gets as oral health practitioners and even you as a parent to be worried about the habit. I think that is it from me today, guys. I hope I've exhausted all you wanted to hear about thumb sucking. In case there is anything that I haven't mentioned in relation to thumb sucking, kindly let me know down in the comment section. I will get to address that. Until next time, let us get to meet in my next video. Thank you.